Well, good morning, YouTubers. Welcome to another episode of This Old Cockered Subaru. Today we're outside, and that's short-lived because I'm walking inside right now to do some more work on the Subaru. You know, sometimes when you're YouTubing, maybe you understand this. Maybe it's just me yabbering on about nothing. Sometimes you just don't feel like filming stuff. You just want to get the job done. Well, that's pretty well what I've done. I got an engine together here. New head gaskets, head bolts, all the seals, thermostat, water pump, timing belt. It's all there. Just pretty much ready to go in. Using this little lift here, we're going to dump her in. So when I removed the engine, I had these engine mounts attached to the engine, but they've got a pretty long stud in them, and to get the engine out, you've got to lift it up quite a ways to actually get it forward and up and out. So what I'm hoping is I've just loosely set these mounts in there, and I've preset the bolts for the back in there because I think that's a bit of a tight fit at the back. And those bolts line up with these points right here on the back of the block, I believe. So what I'm hoping is we'll just gently loft her in. It'll line up nicely, and hopefully I can tighten those bolts by finger and then with a wrench at the end. These bolts here, these mount bolts here won't be a problem because they're exposed. And then once the engine's in and mounted to the trans, we can do the torque converter bolts, which you access through this little hole here on top. So we'll see how it goes today with Randy the Subaru. Excited to get it on the road. And I got new shocks too. Let me show you. Yeah, I got me a set of these 4 shocks. I don't know if there's a brand on them. PCA ST 10745, made in 2014. Production date, interesting. And these are PGA ST 10054. Anyway, I got these 4 from eBay, 110 bucks shipped. Like, how can you say no to a $100 set of shocks? Probably pretty easily because you know they're only going to last a little while, but if you know me, you know I don't tend to own vehicles for longer than a year. With the exception of my truck. My 2011 F-150 I've owned since new. Somehow I'm still driving it. It's a nice truck. I like it. But I guess time will tell how long I own the Subaru. So I'm going to do those shocks. I don't know if I showed you why I'm doing them. This is rusted. This spring perch here is supposed to be sitting up here. It's actually so rusted inside of there that this has come down with the pressure of the spring. So it's funny, when I went to look at the car to buy it, I thought, this doesn't look like an Outback. This looks like just a normal Legacy because it was sitting so low. Well, that's why. So before I get too distracted, let's swap an engine in here. Let's pop it in. And that's the engine loosely situated in there. You can see we've got some angulations to make up for it. These long studs that come out of the block here, I've got to line those up with those holes. These long studs here in the block, I've got to line those up with those holes down there. Should be easily done. But anyway, I'm going to slap this thing together. Well, would you look at that? The engine's in. It's bolted in right now. The exhaust is on. Oh, apparently I cut myself. Oh no. It's okay, I'm tough. Not as tough as Susie though. Whoa, gun show. So today we're running some spark plugs. I figured we'd put them in before we get too excited. Susie, if you want to wind that one in, that'd be great. What am I running here? Autolite 3923s, copper. I need them on a spring for platinum or iridium because these were $2 each. Cheap like that. So we thought we'd put the plugs in before we get too excited, so we don't have to reach around stuff and wiring and oh man, and garbage later on. But no problems dropping it in. So I just sat the mounts in place loosely, and then dropped the engine on top of it, lifted it up, and then unchained it, kind of like an Unchained Melody, much like that. No. And then with the engine just supported with the jack, just to take the mounts about 1.5 inches off them, I was able to line the mounts up, thread the bolts in, and you can get through those rear mount bolts from up top without much issue. And ratcheting wrench, and you're golden. Are you done already?
Yeah.
We've got another 3 to do. So.
Great.
Yeah. So things are coming along here. Pretty much ready to put the radiator in, and I don't know. It's gone pretty well. Only been out here for a couple hours. Not a bad car to work on. Well, we got some stuff on top of the engine now, a whole bunch of stuff in fact. It's just a matter of finding where the harnesses dip around and where they climb over. The one I had troubles with was remembering where this, so about 4 connectors that go underneath. I put them underneath these lines here. They might have gone above, but they seem to fit best there. It's a pretty tight fit, but it's just impossible any other way. So I put a little bit of oil in it now, and we'll turn it over a couple times before I start it up, just to get some oil and stuff. Hopefully get some stuff on the pump at least. But that's kind of where things are at for now. I'm going to take a little break and then come back to this. Rolling. Okay, well, it's been a little while longer. You'll notice I have one very clean headlight here. One really foggy one there. Susie, you're up to your old tricks again. What do you got there?
No, it's upside down.
Toothpaste?
Arm & Hammer, in fact.
So we're using Arm & Hammer this time, are we?
Yep.
That's just because that's what we had around, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd say you've done a good job. So you just polished that with a rag, eh?
I sure did.
Nice. Wax on, wax off. So let's just get a before shot of this headlight. Look at that greasy headlight. Susie, do it to it. Oh yeah. And look at that. Randy's got a set of eyes on him now.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty good, Susie.
Thank you.
You know, you could even... Yeah, I mean, that's a huge improvement.
Yeah.
I mean, some of this is just like embedded in the plastic. I think that's kind of permanent. Like it's pitted. But, I mean, you've done what you've done.
Highway damage from rocks flying up, I think.
Your highway damage.
Your highway damage.
Well, there's this new brand of beer. It's called Victory Beer. And it's on standby at the moment. We just gotta wait. The car is all together. Susie, thanks for your help. You did an awesome job. And I've just checked over everything. Everything looks good. We're gonna try and give her the old crank and see what happens. Susie, you ready?
We're ready.
Okay.
Go.
So I'm just gonna turn the key on first to make sure we have no fuel leaks. Looks good. I don't smell gas. It's fired up. Hip hip!
Hooray!
Look at that!
Would you look at that?
Sounds good.
Yay!
Well, Susie, it's time.
Cheers.
Here's to Randy.
Randy!
Well, guys, she's running. Running real good. Hip hip!